There's no more time left to plan. Now is the time for action. We are about to hop into the first game of the day, and we start off with Bermuda.
Yeah, it's time. Let's see on what the team's going to bring to the table right now. And we're seeing a lot of shorties in this game, M1873, but they need to stick together, make those shots simultaneously to make sure that they will get a knockdown. Otherwise, it'll just be a shooting spree on an opponent. So as you can see, for the side of DRS, sticking together on one side, getting that drop would give them an advantage. But I think they also use a super bonfire because they are on fire at this moment.
Ooh. Pratik teases a couple of shots, hoping that he will draw aggro, but Asalu has already closed in the distance. Does Kiba know that he can get shot right across this wall? Pratik also closes in. At this point, Kiba must have used the TPP to find out. Asalu charges against Kiba, misses the first shot and instantly dips back into the Orion ball form. Can he somehow get another one? Stroex gets the first opening though. Nice shot onto Kiba and they finish him off as well. So that's the first elimination secured for DRS. Kagendra will strike back. Dead gets one. And look at Asalu. Great shot. Dips back into the Orion form. Breaks the plushie and then jumps up again to get the knock onto Jojo. And he is just annoying them so much. He dips back in. This shorty is just doing tons and tons of damage. Asalu distracting all of his opponents, drawing all the attention towards himself. And I thought that while he distracts his opponents, his teammates will come in, swoop in for the eliminations, but he himself is alone. He's alone enough. Like, he doesn't need anyone.
Yeah, I mean, one of the most successful use of that Orion, especially linked it up with a Miguel on a passive skill, which gives you more EP that you can use that Crimson Crush even further, even more. It's like a Tatsuya. Every time you go to a knockdown, you refresh that Rebel Rush. For the side of Orion, if you get a knockdown, if you have that Miguel, you get an extra 200 EP, and then you charge up that Crimson Crush. So great use of that Orion. Let's see if they will be able to pull it off right now on round number 2.
Remnam Village. Everything over here happens around this red shack. They all try to close in the distance. Keeper tries to go for the airdrop. Pratik doesn't punish him just yet. So we are still on neutral ground, not much damage dealt on either side. That throwable, though, along with the plushie, is going to force DRS a step back. They've taken a little bit of damage, but still not enough to force a player down on their knees.
Yeah, no one's taking it out as well, otherwise it would mark them even longer. DRS just waiting for the opportunity, playing with the patience of Kagendra. Jojo, though, a little bit too far. The moment he steps out of boxes, he will be out in the open. Raz being shot from one side. So good thing he managed to hide out a little bit. But this standoff between these two teams is about to go for a stretch right now. And later on, as to where the circle would shift, that would be the winning state of the team. But Kiba doesn't want to wait anymore. He wants to go in for the rush.
Yeah, but the moment he steps out of that door, there's going to be so many people peeking him. Here comes Asalu, dips right inside. Dead gets the knock on him. Kiba sprays down Stroex. No more backup available from the other side. They're dancing in and out of this time turner. Can they get their 1873 shots to connect? Takuri will be successfully able to spray down one more. Jojo also steps through. It's all up to Takuri, but he gets sprayed down by Jojo yet again, and that triple elimination from Jojo gets Kagendra their first point. All the momentum is stolen away from DRS.
Definitely momentum is on them right now. Bait and switch that we've seen in there that has been done by Kiba. And as you can see, he rushed in. He focused on Stroex because he is more of a threat. And then later on, we've seen that time turner being pulled in onto the door. And even with a time turner, I don't know, DRS was just having so much difficulty making those shots, and it's just Kagendra who is taking advantage of that situation. There was a little bit of worry though when there was Kiba was knocked down. It's only left to Jojo, but we know how he can work with that isolation, with that wall. He managed to take down one first, and then the blue deals with the other.
Oh, they're trying to fight in the open. Smoke Vortex deployed at the airdrop once again. Kiba trying to claim it. Kagendra They're being uncontested so far. DRS are just waiting for their opportunity to strike, and now the opportunity is here. They dip inside the time turner using the sight, hoping that it will connect, but Pratik and Keepa trade frags using the micro Uzis. Pratik once again tries to spray down, but he's got opponents all around him. Pratik can't turn around, and Keepa sprays him down from behind. Dead from afar once again makes his G36 count, and now it's all up to Stroex. The battlefield nets him one, but he's so far away, he's got no help coming this way.
Let's see if they'll be able to help him out. Kiba right now on the ground, bleeding out. But Stroex, on the other hand, with sliver of health, nowhere to go. The blue is going to hit him, and there you have it. MP5 coming from Dead right now, finish them off and take that 1 point away from DRS. Round number 4 that we have right now, but as we look into the replay, a lot of carnage just happened into the middle. And we didn't see that much of loadout being used to that advantage, but it's more of the accuracy that they have. But unfortunately for Stroex, despite of distance he made, he was just in there in one position. And everyone else for the side of Kagendra managed to tag him or mark him, and that's the only direction that the teams has to go. Yeah, let's see now as how the teams is going to make this work right now as Kagendra, great position on that zone, on that smoke vortex, but he's being tagged up with a double on an ice grenade. He needs to back away, blue wall, and he is safe. That provides that distraction, but Pratik couldn't make that shot, especially with Max 7 on that range. Let's see, Ace Alu waiting for the opportunity, and Crimson Crush right now. There goes the shot, but Jojo managed to hit him from afar. Now, it is a 3v4 situation. Goes in for the push, but the Kiba hits him with that Mag 7. Seems like BRS is being put down. Drums and great push, or great shot coming from Jojo from afar. That didn't give it time for Kagendra to go in for that rush. So they are bringing it home 3-1 right now. And I'm really loving that because of the chaos that's being brought in, but a couple of players in the middle, especially Kiba and Dead, it is giving more chances for Jojo to make those shots. Not even giving a chance for Pratik to stay strong, and despite of that extreme encounter. So they need to trigger that 8-1-2-4 a little bit further, but that would depend on the timing as well, because they know with Ace Alu in the front lines, they have more firepower, but it's the timing of the use of that active skill.
Yeah, and timing is going to be everything over here. More importantly for Jojo, because he's trying to go for the long flank. Kiba tries to go around the right-hand side. He encounters Ace Alu, gets instantly traded by Takuri. That's a 1-for-1. Dead tries to get the numbers advantage by pushing in even further, but he has to pop the time turner and stay safe from Pratik. That gives time to Pratik to heal up. Can they get the res onto Raz? No, they can't. No. So that's going to be a permanent man disadvantage for Kagendra. DRS up by 4-2. That's a lovely nade. Will that be enough to eliminate Jojo? Takuri tries to get the job done, but Pratik gets him from the side, and that's a lovely distraction by DRS.
Yeah, definitely the pinch being done by DRS right now is giving that advantage, but into the glue wall they go. Unfortunately, 2 jumps in for the side of DRS, and Kagendra has nowhere to go from that moment. But so far, how DRS is working at this point is going for manpower as well as that patience, because Takuri, from that moment that he spotted Jojo from afar, he already tagged him with that nade as well as the ice grenade, and then they go in for the pinch coming from another player. I believe it was Ace Alu with that Scar L. So I'm really loving how the adjustment is being done by DRS right now, and it's quite even. There's only 1 point that they need to catch up on against Kagendra, but that will depend on how well they can get position in here, because this is a very dynamic area of the map right now, wherein those rooftops might be a threat, especially if Jojo gets position.
Yeah, Jojo gets the position, gets the knock onto Pratik. He's trying to deny the revive, but I don't think he can close in the distance. Here comes Takuri, though. He was hoping to make a difference, but Kiba is able to stay inside that time turner, and he gets the elimination as well. Ace Alu pops the time turner of his own, but he's forced to reposition, and Kiba chases him to the ends of the earth. And all those fancy footworks amount to nothing.
Let's see. I mean, from what we're seeing right now, Kagendra, well, actually, both teams, they are buying up those time turners out of the stores, and I'm loving how they're using it right now. Even if they don't have the skill, if that is available and they are winning their games, they will still be able to use it in those matches. But I'm seeing that Kagendra right now, it's still scrappy on how they're playing it against DRS. It's not that masterful compared to what we've seen in yesterday's early games. So hopefully this is one thing that DRS would take note as well as use against Kagendra right now to even up the scores and probably bring it even longer.
Back to Clock Tower. Smoke vortex right on that window. Long range. Glue wall deployed to deny DRS the entry into the house. So DRS go towards the airdrop. Their keeper is already present and he's going to spray down almost everyone, but those shots get blocked by the time turner edges. So he has to struggle to connect it. Finally finds Pratik, but instantly gets traded out by Ace Alu, and that's what happens when you got those Mag 7s up close. Ace Alu confirms all the elimination. Raz tries to come in, but he's a little too late, and Ace Alu pops that Orion in his face. That's ridiculous. I love how he used that ability to make sure, even though he doesn't have the TPP advantage, he doesn't get destroyed in that process. DRS, you were right, Neptune. They punished all the mistakes of Kagendra.
And then it's just the aggression of Kagendra that DRS is playing on it. They know, they understand that they will be going for the rush, especially with how the players of Kagendra has been doing it. They have Dead already in the front line, and the moment that he goes down, that would be a loss for Kagendra. So with the combination of Pratik as well as Ace Alu, who counters that, and how well Ace Alu is timing those Crimson Crush. He is crushing Kagendra little by little. And with the backup that's being done as well, quick reposition being done by Strowex, it seems like DRS have some formula that Kagendra will need to solve.
Staircase battle. Jojo versus Strowex. And while these guys are waiting for their chance, Keeper makes the first strike, and he's already got one knock.
I'll see. Ace Alu right now for the push together with Strowex. They managed to bring down 2 players. Now it's a 2v2 situation, but Ace Alu did receive a little bit of damage and will need to heal up. But no, unfortunately, that glue wall block has brought him down. It's left to Raz against Strowex. Pickup will be attempted by Kagendra. Strowex giving him that opportunity, but the flank still works for him. Jojo is down, and the finisher onto him. 1v1 situation. Strowex using that BSK like a shotgun. See who's going to live this fight. So far, it seems like Raz a little bit too smart, just taking down those glue walls, not even waiting to heal up. And there's no choice really for Raz right there, especially once he has been hit with that 8-1-2-4. But I'm loving how quick Strowex is with that BSK. And it seems like he, together with Ace Alu, would be the threat against Kagendra, and Kagendra understand it. So they need to take down at least one of that combination so that they can win this games. But speaking of winning, Kagendra already on match point. It seems like they're going to bring this first game to a close in a bit, unless DRS shows up similar from what we've seen earlier. Now, DRS getting close. 3 in the front line, same goal with Kagendra. Pratik already in deep, but there goes the plushie. He was pushed away, and Kiba unfortunately got hit by Strowex from afar. Now, it is now a 3v4 situation. Pratik knocked down. Raz will need to get an angle. Unfortunately, he got hit by 8-1-2-4. Now, Jojo waiting for that opportunity. Raz couldn't move an inch because of the blue walls that is surrounding him. This seems like DR's chance to get this point, unless Kagendra can outsmart them. Takuri already on the flank. Ace Alu using that Crimson Crush a little bit too early, and that might be the advantage that Kagendra is waiting for. One is down. Takuri healing up. Strowex still on Overwatch, and Raz and Jojo will also be revived. Now, let's see on how well they can use it. Great boost onto Strowex. plus that shape splitter. Will he be able to make that shot? Raz receiving damage. He will need to revive, but the pressure would be on Jojo. It's a good thing he steps into the
Oh my God.
side. But that shape splitter switch for the side of Shroex is real small. But they haven't taken down from Kagendra just yet. And finally, Shroex managed to take that hit. Only one remains. And the dream for DRS is still alive. Are they going to end it right here? And there you have it. DRS is still in the battle.
Shroex, what a lovely way to open up that fight. I really thought that they've got Kagendra cornered inside that house, and the moment they try to get towards the doorway, Shroex lands that up-close VSK shot straight to the dome of his opponent, shuts him down right there. And DRS, they might not have all the cyber points, but they are definitely making this comeback. One more point and this game will be forced into overtime. Kagendra, though, just need one more round to finish Bermuda and send us into Kalahari with an advantage. Can they make it work? 3-1 split from Kagendra, whereas DRS decide to stick together.
Quite questionable though, sticking together, especially with the weapons that they have in play. Winchester, Zaida, Takuri. They also have Shroex in there on the flank. Now, let's see if they will be able to make this work right now. But so far, it seems like they will be on a waiting game at this moment. And we'll have to see who gets that hit. Raz releasing that Miro plushie. Now they got information and Nade follows through, but it missed and Pratik is still safe.
Kagendra has to go for a 2 split on the right hand side, but the freeze bomb stops their advance. Raz has to make a play now. He's the one who's closest to the DRS main force. Can they actually find him though? Because this is turning into a bit of a hide and seek game over here.
Let's see, Pratik putting in damage and knockdown against Kiba. But there goes the team booster and doesn't even give him the time. The time turner though, a little bit too late and has included one of the players of Kagendra inside it. Now it's a 2-2 battle. That very much no choice but to be dead in there. Ace Alu a little bit too aggressive and he managed to take down Jojo, even running with him. And that's where that Orion aggression is going. Plus A124 not giving
they locked him out.
Blocked him with that glue wall. And there goes DRS, the equalizer from a smart move with just a glue wall to use.
DRS keeping tabs on every single move that Kagendra make. Every time they try to go for a 2-2 split or a 3-1 split, they punish the lone stragglers. And they're isolating these fights so well. Ace Alu using the Orion to the best possible ceiling of Orion. Like, I don't think I've seen somebody use it that well. And then with the final elimination, they don't even need to fire a single bullet. They just lock that opponent out of the play zone. And he just burns to the blue. 5-all. Kagendra have squandered their advantage, Neptune.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of payback on what happened earlier. From that, I think from that Rimnam Village battle, Jojo winning that 1v2, especially with the zone that would be moving in against a team. So Jojo would probably give that information to the rest of the teams. That 2 or 1 player would be on the side, but that a little bit too aggressive going against Ace Alu. But we've seen how that worked. You don't want to go against him that easily, otherwise he might bring you down once a Crimson Crush has been activated. So Jojo will just need to do work against one player. Backstab, Ace Alu, and Jojo even managed to take that shot through the time turner.
And Ace Alu was the problem child for Kagendra. He was the one who's getting into all these aggressive positions and getting the knocks, getting away without being traded. Now that they've got him out of the picture, Kagendra can finally start looking to close this match out. Pratik gets cornered. He's getting shot by Raz as well as the players from below. It's gonna be up to Shroex to somehow rescue them, but Pratik dips out of that fight. And now he's got more angles on Kagendra, who no longer have the ability to sandwich DRS members. They're both rushing towards Takuri, but Takuri is getting covered by Shroex as well as Pratik. And Shroex finds Raz. Takuri, the initial target, will finally be taken down, but Shroex doesn't have angles anymore. He has to reposition, and by that time, he is leaving Pratik all by himself. Pratik gets away! Wow! That's daylight robbery. How did he escape that situation? The zone forces them to come even closer. Time turner popped in their face, and now he challenges him to the bubble dance. Stroix up close with that AWM, and then the Winchester to retaliate. That's ridiculous. DRS clutch it out. What a comeback.